So out of the box or out of the wall, whatever you want to call it, we have, bam, woo, got it right the first time. I Know What You Did Last Summer in 4K. I said right now the 4K is pretty good. Have I seen this movie before? No. So this proves that I've seen actually more like spoof movies about this and other movies kind of copying it before watching this. But did you know that Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt are married? Is it because of this franchise? We don't know. But did I like this movie as a whole? Let's find out. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing I Know What You Did Last Summer. And did I like this movie? I thought it was pretty good. But let's talk about what it is about. Pretty simple premise. You have 4 high schoolers that something bad happens on a road. They think they killed someone, they dump the body, and 1 year later, they received a note saying, I know what you did last summer. And, of course, you know why I'm watching this franchise, right? Because there's a new movie coming out with Prinze Jr. and, was it Hewitt? I always forget her name. Jennifer Love Hewitt, because they're coming back. Who knows now why and what is happening. But when looking at this movie that's 25 years old, is he probably older than that now? Yeah, this is like 27 years old, 28 years old. And no, that can't be right. Is it 28 years old? No. Well, if I'm wrong, it'll be 28 years old somewhere down the line. But it is a pretty simple premise of twists and turns, high scores doing stupid stuff, and getting murdered. There are some actors in this movie that you'll probably notice from Big Bang Theory. There's Phillippe. We have John Galecki, which he is the one from Big Bang Theory. He's also in other movies as well where he's kind of been off the radar, so I think he's done acting. Little did you know he was born in Belgium, and his parents were Air Force, and Bridgette Wilson as well as Sarah Michelle Gellar. And rumor has it the director of the new I Know What You Did Last Summer wanted to bring Sarah Michelle Gellar back, but she was like, I'm dead. There's no way I'm coming back. And the director's like, well, we could find a way. She's like, I was on ice. I'm dead. I ain't coming back. So I appreciate that level where she's like, look, I ain't coming back. I'm dead. It just makes sense. So this movie is formulaic. It is a simple R-rated slasher movie with very minimal gore. The gore is ramped up in the second one, and we'll discuss that when I do the second movie. But I mean, when watching this movie, there really is nothing special to it. It is kind of fascinating how this movie got to the kind of the cult status that it did, because I want to say it made like $70 million in the USA alone, and that is why it literally took them less than a year to make the second one. And the second one kind of didn't that good. I think it did like $40 million in the box office. That's still decent, but this, I think worldwide, was like over 130 something million. Bonkers for a movie like this. So I don't know if maybe it was the teen slasher age, the R-ratedness of it, or, you know, maybe it was the decent twist and turns that this movie did bring at that time of the whodunit, of the different characters, and who can you actually trust. Because the last 15 minutes of this movie is pretty thrilling and is fun when dealing with the different, you know, situational awarenesses and situations that they are in. You can tell the ice in the movie, though, with Sarah Michelle Gellar was not ice at all. That was like perfect plastic, like rocks, if I want to put it that way. So, of course, little shenanigans here and there with that movie. You also kind of feel that there's movies like, you know, Thanksgiving that takes homage to it, especially like the parade scene. Even the parade scene is in a bunch of movies, like a bunch of horror movies, that you kind of feel like, you know, I don't know who did it first, but this kind of feels like it could have been the first one to actually like bring it to the foreground of having that imagery in this film. Of course, there's plenty of times teenagers die here and there, and horror movies with teenagers dying have been going on forever. 70s, 60s, 80s. You have Nightmare on Elm Street. You have, you know, Friday the 13th. You have so many of them. So saying this is a new premise is never going to happen. There's always going to be horror movies where teenagers die and they do something stupid, and that comes back to haunt them. And this is the same exact movie. Like I said, 4K is pretty good. The acting is good. The director's not bad. He hasn't really directed anything else after this, and this is like an old-ish movie. Same producer did Fast and Furious, so you have things like that. So overall, it's acted fine. It's a fine horror slasher movie that got cult status, cult, status for what it is supposed to be. It isn't that gory. They bumped up the gore in the second one because I think they had to do some antiness up the ante, if you want to put it that way. But this is a formulaic. You see the twists and turns, I guess. And also, I'll say one stupidiness of it is the person that you see died and you're grabbing their arm. There's no way, short for the yawn, that you could be like, this is a teenager. Like, at a point, it's like, the guy's arms were pretty damn hairy. The skin wasn't the greatest. So at a point, too, you're like, okay. And I do like the twist of who it is and what they're trying to do of like, maybe some people that you maybe accidentally killed should have been killed. So there is that interesting premise as well. But simple, formulaic, R-rated slash movie that came out in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. I really want to know, the same writer as well as Scream. With these out-of-the-box reviews, sometimes I just go on a bunch of weird-ass rants. The Vision and Dolby Atmos were pretty good as well. I want to know, okay, 1997 is when this came out. That is 28 years old. This movie is 28 years old. 28 years old. Wild. So I Know What You Did Last Summer will receive a 3 out of 5 with Futons because at 60%. Let's see what the critics' news scores gave this one. Critics, a 48% with 86 of them. Audience score, 41% with over 250,000. Critic consensus, a by-the-number slasher that's arrived a decade too late. The most tedious I Know What You Did Last Summer will likely only hook diehard fans of genres. Well, apparently it did, because you know what? It spawned a sequel and a reboot. So it did something right. 48, 41, 60. Chase out here, the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of the things, Futontopia. You Blue Futon. Take watch from a great day. I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month, or a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And did you like this movie? Or do you think, nah, fam, no remake is needed?